Okay. This is Sherry Veronica. I got this a couple days back. I'm lagging a little bit. I've been busy. Yeah, so they're saying that Mia Mottley's St. James, she lives in Sandiland, doesn't she? So are we to believe that her property in St. James, she's not paying taxes on? And I say that not to seem surprised. Maybe I started the sentence wrong, but you should not be surprised. Okay, it's a trend that you've always heard about Mia Mottley. You've heard it about her family. It's a thread that runs through that family. It is alleged that they don't like paying nothing. They pay no bills. You come there and you clean the house. You do curtains for the house. You go and get a body scrub. You do whatever you do. And they say thank you and walk away. They'll say thank you. They say thank you. Well, at least they'll say thank you. But they walk away. They walk away. They don't like to pay for anything. Okay, that's something that has always been said about not Mia, about the Mottleys. Okay, so here we go. Is there any truth to the rumor that the lady who would have had the responsibility for placing these notices in the media for the non-payment of land taxes got fired today? What's her name? It's not a ghost. It's not a ghost. What's her name? It is very instructive that 1 week one can see public notices for the sale of Barbadian-owned properties for failure to pay property taxes on time. Arrears amounted to less than 10 million, primarily Black-owned properties owned by businesses that enjoyed hundreds of evasions directly and indirectly. Can you understand what? Did you understand what I just said? The next week, we see our government giving prime real estate valued at 27 million to a wealthy African bank, and we are reminded of the giveaways of state lands at Old Town and elsewhere to white foreigners. Add to that how this same government used Parliament to take up lands from Mrs. Ram and give to Mark Maloney, to build his hotel. Years later, not a cent to Mrs. Ram at all. Am I the only Bayesian who's awake? Please. Yeah, I got this. I got this. Okay, and I'm hearing that a lot of those burnings, those fires, those houses that are being burned, I'm hearing that that's being done to clear away certain areas. They don't want you back there. You can't really rebuild. You can think that you're going to rebuild, but you're not rebuilding. Yeah, a lot of people think that she's in control of Bay Street, that area development and the plans for that area. And Harris, who's Harris? They're talking about Harris. This transfer of land has been in the making for years. Harris is especially close to the PM, whoever Harris is. But yeah, there's a lot of talk that those fires are planned and that they are happening to clear away spots on land. I don't know, but it doesn't make sense if it's a house here and then there are houses all in between and around. If they burn the entire area, now you have my attention, okay? But if it's one house, that tells me nothing. That's not instructive to me at all, okay? But people will say things, but it doesn't make sense to me. They say, but it doesn't have to make sense to me. So unless you can show me that the houses that are being burned, that it's one by one, but they're adjacent, they're right next to each other, and it's clearing the path. Unless you can show me that path, you're not saying anything. You're really not saying anything. You have to show me. It has to make sense. But people are saying that lands and places are being usurped, taken away, by whatever means necessary, so that Barbados can be sold off. I think I remember telling you years ago that I had a strong dream. It was a really, really, really strong dream that Barbadians were speaking Russian. And someone said, God forbid God forbid. And my retort was, oh, you rather speak English? You rather speak another colonial language? You know, they're saying God forbid as though speaking English is any better. Doesn't matter what language you speak. It's not your own. It's not your own. You're speaking someone else's language via slavery, via takeover, via the fact that you haven't positioned yourself at the table. You're on it. You're on the table. And when you're on the table, you're going to be cut up and given away. That's what happens. That's what happens. So this is Sherry Veronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.